Hey everybody, it's your team from the Double S Club. It's Mr. Remarkable here. What's up?
You know what it is. It's Mr. Lord 905 underscore Andrew Coley on all platforms.
Lexi Samuels on Instagram. 2 eyes. Lexi Samuels. What it do?
All right. So for this one, we're just going to review some content from the Brett show. Apparently, he's been highlighting some stuff in the worst mother-in-laws ever. So there's another nugget brought to you by Lord 905 over there. Look at him hiding off the camera. So yeah.
I love these game show ones because they tend to actually bring out the worst and best stories that people have. And I thought this would be a jewel of a nugget to listen to because the story is just so interesting.
All right, so we're gonna cut into this. Link's gonna be in the description by all means. So you can definitely watch the Brett show and support him respectively. We're not here to take his content, we're just looking at it. So let's begin.
You are so annoyed by your in-laws. You think you got the worst. You do not. Rather than just tell you about the worst mother-in-law of all time, because we think we have found her. Dottie has found her. If you
Bro, you can skip most of this because the other stories don't matter.
The worst.
So how deep should I go?
1-8.
Fast forward to like the last minute, I think.
And before even
we have never had any issues before this, but it feels like
run back.
To me. That's what she.
As soon as you see her start talking.
Said that his mother decided.
Oh, that's helpful.
I haven't pressed charges. That I was immediately enraged. I screamed so hard.
A little bit more.
I immediately vomited. So Mama said that last week she kept pushing the issue no matter.
Yeah, a little bit more, and then you're right there.
To be judgmental, but you're not doing it right.
I know everything.
I know everything.
Yes.
This is not so
there you go.
It's my legacy to tell you what to do in life. That's how
I'm just trying to help. Shut up.
So she says.
All right, run back a little bit, and then like maybe 30 seconds, and then we can start it right there.
Very, very involved.
Is that's their grandma. And my ex-father-in-law went as far as to say that if we didn't have our kids call her Mama, that he would write my husband out of his will.
That's bad. No, man. Nasty.
Yeah, so let's premise this by saying that she's about to tell us the worst story ever.
Sorry, what was that?
No, I said let's just preface this by saying to our audience, because we're going to cut a whole bunch of stuff out, that this has got to be one of the worst stories ever for a mom.
All right, so yeah, let's see the worst story ever.
Right here.
Okay, this is Beyond the Bump Reddit. I made a throwaway account so my husband wouldn't be able to find this because he knows my other username. So there's a little backstory here. My husband is an only child. His mother has always been very, very involved. We got along, and she's always sort of crossed some lines. She has a key to our house for emergency purposes, but only because she lives 4 blocks away. I had her daughter 4 weeks ago. She's been over at least 3 times, my mother-in-law, at least 3 times every week since I had her. She always tells me what I'm doing wrong and how she do things differently. The baby is up every 2 hours at night because she's 4 weeks old, but my mother-in-law insists that she would sleep through the night if she could just stay at Grammy's house.
This doesn't make her the worst yet, though. In fact, this is pretty fairly common.
Yep.
You got grandma who's done it before. I can do it better than you. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but you're not doing it right.
I know everything.
I know everything.
Yes.
This is not so uncommon.
It's my legacy to tell you what to do in life. That's how
I'm just trying to help. Shut up.
Oh, some of them do feel that way.
Tonight, if she was staying at the house, so I told her I'm not comfortable sending a breastfeeding baby away overnight after just 4 weeks.
It's a little early for slumber party.
A little bit. So Mama said this last week. She kept pushing the issue, no matter how many times I said no, like it had reached a fever pitch. So last night we put the baby in her crib. We stopped room sharing with her because, you know, she got loud. So we put her down the hallway, put her in her crib. She goes to sleep, and my husband and I go to bed. My husband fell asleep early. I dozed off a little bit later. I woke up 4 hours later and started to panic because my daughter hadn't made any noise. There's no way I could sleep for 4 hours.
Oh my God.
She wakes up every
Did she take the
Oh my
kid?
God, don't tell me.
Keep watching.
Every noise in the other room, every little thing wakes you up. So from time to time, you're startled, like, man, I've been I've been sleeping for 2-3 hours and I haven't heard anything. So you generally run into the room.
Yep.
And then I used to look at my
Yes, you do. As a parent, yes, you do.
down and up and down, right?
Yep. She says she woke up in a panic, sat straight up, was sure that her baby had passed, and she went running into the room, and the baby was gone. There's nothing in the crib. There's no one in the room. The baby is missing. I froze. I started screaming her name. I ran around the house. My husband woke up. I kept thinking she's going to pop out. This is some kind of joke. How'd she get out of her crib? My husband finally wakes up in a panic, and I just scream, "What's going on?" over and over. I run to my phone to call 911 because it's on the charger next to her husband in bed. She runs to her phone to call 911, and she has a picture text message from her mother-in-law of a sleeping baby, selfie. Mother-in-law, sleeping baby in her arms. Said sleep over at Gam Gam's. She came in and kidnapped the baby.
Kidnapped her grandkids. Are you serious? Yes.
I haven't pressed charges.
You can pause now.
She said I was immediately enraged.
So yeah,
Wow.
What in the flying? What the?
That's crossing so many boundaries.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
So
As
many
the only parent
boundaries.
on the as the only parent on this show right now, I will tell you right now, this caused me all types of anxiety. This made me get like twisted. Man, I had started looking around in the room after watching this video just to see if my kid was there. Oh my god.
I almost feel like this grandmother's name is Karen because that's some
Oh my
That's
god.
really-
bullshit.
Like
That
seriously,
is-
Grandma
that's
Karen,
crossing-
what the hell?
That's
Gam
crossing some
Karen.
boundaries. Like that's on a whole nother level.
Bruh.
That speaks on the whole relationship in regards to it. So it's like, yeah, I get it that some parents and some grandparents could be like bullheaded and stubborn and stuff like that, but that ain't right, right? Like the same way.
There's boundaries.
Well, yeah, and like, how are your kids supposed to learn? The same way you went through your trials and tribulation to make your children the way they are. It's just like, intrinsically, it's just like, what, you want a second try? Did you fuck up the first time and you want to try and do a
Fact.
do-over? Like, bro.
But I think that's what it is, though, dog. Because I've heard grandparents told me that. They said when we were raising you in your generation,
They
we
didn't get the
only had the
chance.
ability to just to do it. We couldn't spoil you. We couldn't do all of the things we wanted to do with you. So now that it's our turn to be grandparents, we spoiling them rotten. That's what my mom told me. She flat out said to me, I am not going to discipline your kid.
No, you're not wrong.
I am going to make him as much fun as possible.
No, you're not wrong. Majority of grandparents I know, they say the same thing. It's just like with my parents, with my sister's kids, they do things for them that they wanted to do for us. Well, for my sisters, because but I kind of still got the good end of the stick. But
oh yeah,
regardless,
you
that's what
sound like the
most
favorite child.
regardless, that's what majority of grandparents like to do. Like they tend to do it with their children's children instead. It's like a start over for them, a new beginning.
Yeah, but like we're all hinting, and I'm quite certain a lot of our viewers are gonna be like that too. It's just like, yo, there's a line, right? Like, you're abusing your ability to kind of be engaged and acting like it's not that big of a deal, right? Like if it was an emergency, or like the parents were struggling to have a good night and you're doing that as a gesture, that's fine. But like, it's one of those things where it's just like, then why did you have to take the kid to your house?
Because she wanted to make her mom feel like shit that she could do a better job. It's the level of control. The reason why I have an issue with
Petty,
this
Petty.
is newborn.
Yeah,
that's
but
the first part I have an issue with.
Yeah, but she crossed. Yeah, exactly. She crossed boundaries for one. Not only that, she never took into consideration how the wife would feel. You put her in anxiety and like you made her upset. Like who the hell wants to go in their child's room and see them gone? Like that can give you anxiety, heart attack, anything.
Bruh, and she just had a baby 4 weeks ago?
Yeah,
the levels are already low, bro. Postpartum and that whole thing, bro. Oh my god.
No, and postpartum, and then your kid's gone. Oh my goodness.
You're lucky the woman didn't write down and like, yo, I'm just saying, I'm happy that this is a Caucasian situation. And that's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, it could only be a Caucasian situation, to be honest with you.
No.
Oh,
That could
no,
happen.
no,
That could happen in our neck of the woods. But the only difference is that the clapback would have been way more severe.
someone would have got shot.
Oh no, it would have been bad, my dog. Like imagine if it was one. Like I can only imagine me in that situation. I see that selfie. You know what I'm doing? I'm riding like there ain't no riding left in me. I'm on my way to that house, and she ain't never getting access to my house again.
As much as I say, like, you know, I don't want to be like, you know, prejudiced and all that sort of stuff in regards to how grandparents can wild out with their kids. The probability is higher with Caucasian than a black or any other thing, right? Because just like either by culturally or behaviorally, it's like you have kids, you gonna learn today, right? Like how
I guess what you're saying is we know the line.
well, no, it's just like I don't know any black grandparents to be like, okay, we're gonna sneak into your house to show you up like that. If anything, it'll be like they'll be at your house the next morning when you didn't get any sleep and be like, how was your sleep with your child?
Yeah, that's
now
true.
you know what
It's
it's
a
like.
different
You
type.
see
Yeah,
what I
it's
had
a
to go
different
through.
type. Yeah. It's a
Right. They're
different
not going
type
to sit
of-
here and take on additional burden to prove a point. That's not the petty game. They're going to be like, yo, you going to learn today. You going to learn how much you put me through, right? I'll come and rescue you and be fun gram and stuff like that, but you going to deal with these kids and understand what it's like to be a parent. Our culture, our viewpoint on that is a little bit different. So it's just like, you know, it wouldn't be a sneak in to be like, yo, I'm going to kidnap your child. Like, because like our intrinsic nature would not justify that behavior in any way. Like no one would constantly be like, yo, I'm going to take out this pitney and then do a bunch of selfies and stuff like that. Like I can go ask my mom right now. I'm like, yo, would you ever do something like that? She'd be like, no, it's your pitney. Like,
all right, then I'll ask the question to both of you. What would you do if that situation had happened to you?
I'd move.
I'll ask Lex. I'll ask Lexi first because I already got into your mind. I know what you're gonna do.
Wait, so what happened?
Like if you find out, like if you woke up and you were that mom and you got that selfie, what's the next thing you're doing? Are you calling the cops? Are you riding over to that house? Are you slapping a bit? What's your next move?
To be honest with you, that would make me speechless. But yeah, I would definitely call the cops. For me, I'd like, okay, if I found out who took it though, like who took my baby, yeah, I'm going to their house flat out. But if I didn't, obviously I would call the cops firsthand.
Okay, so we're just saying you know who she is, so you're just saying you riding on.
Oh no, I'm going to her house flat out.
Bro, what's your opinion?
Me? Okay, so similar scenario. As soon as I find out that my mom has
you
it,
do.
or my mother-in-law, it'd be like, first of all, huh?
Yeah, no, same thing. You're the dad, but it's
no. First of all, I'm gonna calm my wife down because all knows she's gonna be like, oh hell no, we're gonna go over there tonight. I'll be like, wait, the kid's fine. I'm gonna get some sleep. We're gonna deal with this in the morning. And if she loses her mind, be like, babe, I already ordered the attack dogs with bees, and when they bark, they shoot bees out of their mouth from Amazon with next day shipping. So it'll be ready for tomorrow. So when I walk over to the house and pick up my kid, it'll be like, next time you're gonna deal with the bees dogs. Because like you know me. You know me already.
I know you're logical. That's why I was laughing. I already know.
I'm not gonna go over there and cause drama and yell and then be up until like 8 o'clock in the morning and then I'm struggling at work.
Oh no.
Like, nah, man. I can be like, you want to take the kid? You want to do something brazen? Fine, take the kid. I'll handle you when I'm ready.
No, but deal with it in the morning.
Right, on my turn.
I agree with that.
I am not you. I am both not you. I am too irrational when it comes to my child about that shit. I'd be in the car. Hey, Sapimus, Maximus.
No, man. If it's family related, I'll allow you. If it's close friends, like let. I know you wouldn't do it, Andrew. But if Stephanie did something like that, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna allow it, right? Because you're not a threat. You're just crazy, right? So So I'll just be like, all right, cool. Everybody gets one. Bullshit.
Spider-Man.
Right. And then, all right, cool. But low key, like I said, these dogs ordered. And I'm looking for a different house to move away from this. I'm taking your key back. I'm doing this.
No, I'm different. I'm restraining ordering you. You're never coming into my family's house again because you broke that.
Let's play devil's advocate here now, Rohan. But what if your family member is not to be trusted? You don't know what they're gonna do with your baby.
Oh well, and the ones that can't be trusted, they're gonna get a falcon punch to the face. Those ones. If my kid was in danger,
like I said, a falcon punch.
No, but Rohan, look, in the video though, she did say word for word in detail how the mother-in-law was acting. The way that she was acting, she didn't sound like she's too cuddly with that. She had no harm towards the baby, but her intentions just seemed too much where I wouldn't even want her to do that. Like,
bro, she would have never been allowed next to my kid.
Yeah, like she
unlike the two of you, I'm sorry. I'm riding, like I said, I'm riding on her immediately. I'm getting my kid. Just like Rohan said, I'm not even causing a commotion. I'm not causing nothing. I'm walking in the house. I'm getting my kid. I'm walking out. And as she's saying whatever she's saying, I'm not paying attention to it because I'm just hushing my kid, getting him home to his mom. Then when I get into the house,
in general, her taking that baby without their permission, that alone already threw the trust out the window. In my opinion,
violation, family, violation.
In my opinion, you would never be able to have my child again. I don't care if it was that's not even an accident.
Room as the kid.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not even allowed in the same area as my
exactly. Because now I'm gonna think you're gonna kidnap my child any chance you get.
Are you kidding me? You worry about as my English niggas would say, that was a violation thing. That's there, violation. Bro. Like I'm telling you. Yo, that's a violation right there.
The only reason why, and the only reason why I'm a little bit calmer in this scenario and not justifying behavior, it's still hella wild, is because she had it. So it's more of an overreach. It's a really, really huge overreach.
Not really. Even if you have a key to somebody's house, you still got to call them and be like, "Hey, I'm coming by. Or can I come by?"
Rohan can come to my house at any one time. I usually leave the door open for this nigga, but ask him if he's ever once came to my house without calling one of us first.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. So regardless, she still violated. She violated coming in the crib, and then she violated by taking the baby. So violation twice. She's not to be trusted.
Yo, bro, she did it one time. It's a capable. Unlike most people, I don't believe in giving people 3 strikes when it comes to that. If you show me who you are the first time, I just believe you.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's the end of that. I'm not letting you anywhere near my youth again. You're going to have to work through and go through hell to have that opportunity again to ever see my youth. Are you nuts? You came in a newborn baby. Somebody has to be fed every 4 hours. And you break into my you don't have common sense. Because did you bring breast milk? Did you all of these things? You know what I mean? Like, she didn't even have the common sense to be able to think of the youth. She only thought of herself being right in that scenario. And that to me is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the illogic exhibited by that individual is what makes it questionable. Right. So she's hella loopy. So yeah, by all means, I'll deal with that right away. But like I said, if the general aspect, like I said, there's certain times where it can be like, all right, bet I'll allow it. But again, it's just like everything has to align. Like there's string theories. It's like quantum physics. It has to be certain things where it's just like the right person, the scenario. I get it. All right, cool. You snuck in because you're worried about us or blah, blah, blah. That's fine. You don't need to take the child away. You can deal with the child in the living room, blah, blah, guest room, whatever. Work things out. That was a gross overreach.
Here's another scenario. If you had woken up and she had been with the kid in her room, would have been less pissed, or would you been appreciative?
Like if she was
stayed in the house, if she hadn't gone and not taken the kid out of the house, if she had just stayed inside the house, would that wife been more or I would still think it'd be a violation, fam.
No, like I wouldn't be as upset, but I'd still be like, okay, you could have just called to come by. However, it would still be okay because it's within my like property. It's on my property. But if you're like carrying my child, like no, that's crossing way too many
Nah,
boundaries.
fam. For me, it's a violation thing either way. You came into my house while I was sleeping.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
You didn't
while
have
you're
respect.
sleeping, no,
You didn't
no,
have respect.
no.
You didn't have respect for my family to actually respect our laws. We've been through this multiple times. She said in the video, she had told this lady, "No, you're not taking my youth. She's a newborn.
yeah, she was
4-hour feeding."
yeah, she was
Yes.
committed to her own narrative. So yeah, the more we
Yeah.
iron that out,
Dang.
yeah, the more
She
we
didn't
iron
respect-
it out.
Done us with you, fam. You're never getting an opportunity to see my youth again because your craziness already trumped it.
She didn't respect her wishes when she said no the first few times. So that's already violating already. She already violated so many times. So overall,
Bruh.
she's still in the
You know what
wrong.
I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, yo, that was definitely fun. Ladies and gentlemen, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. Tell us what you think. Is that the biggest violation thing you've ever seen in your life when it comes to a mother-in-law? Do you have a worse story? Please let us know in the comments. In fact, you can tag us and email us and tell us about this worst story, and we'll bring you on the show because we'd love to hear terrible stuff like this and talk about it.
Yeah, that woman deserves a red card.
What? Red card? Virgin, she deserves a under the freaking jail card, Virgin. I don't know what was that.
Mm.
Like my mother-in-law lives downstairs in the basement of my house, and I would get perturbed at her to some degree. I'd have to look at it weird if she just took my kid and went out without telling me. And she lives in my house.
Yeah, that would be kind of
In-law suite.
odd.
You know what I'm saying? If she just came into my house and just took my youth and never told me, I'd be cheesed.
All right. Well, on that note, we got other stuff to do. So yeah, we'll check you on the next episode. But by all means, do what you need to do and take care.
Adios,
Make sure you like and
muchachos.
subscribe.